Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It's now Talking Really, and today's story is a sort of a follow-up story to the story I did a little while ago, and of course the next story after that was the update. So this is a disabled couple, two men who have been forced to fight the transfer to universal credit from legacy benefits, and in doing so they have had a huge reduction of money because UC does not cater for SDA, so severe disability payments. Hello, a good day to you, welcome. And it is, of course, the continuing story that's about these two men who have been forced to go back to court because they are still down on their money when they were forcibly transferred from legacy benefits over to the new UC. So they did win one round of legal challenges, but they've had to go back because they returned yet again to the Royal Courts of Justice this week, because what they say is the injustice caused by the government's universal credit system. The men, who are known as TP and AR for legal reasons, have been fighting for 2 years against government policies that left them substantially worse off when they were forced to go on to UC after moving to a different area. The Equality and Human Rights Commission is intervening in the case to support the two candidates who argue that they have faced unlawful discrimination. Lee Day, the legal firm representing them, said that more than 13,000 disabled people with high support needs are known to have lost out financially because of the UC transfers. They originally won a High Court case after being forced to move onto UC when they had to move to a new area where the benefit system had already been rolled out. TP had been forced to move so that he could access specialist healthcare following a diagnosis of end-stage non-Hodgkin lymphoma cancer. AR had also had to move to a universal credit full-service area in his case because the bedroom tax meant his previous home was unaffordable. Moving on to UC meant that they each lost about £180 a month because they were no longer able to receive the SDP, the Severe Disablement Premium, and EDP, which is Enhanced Disabled Premium, despite being assured by civil servants that they would not be worse off under the UC. Of course, after winning the case, the two men received damages and compensation for the lost payments and were awarded ongoing top-up payments of £180 a month until the new regulations could be brought in. As a result of the case, the government stopped other disabled people in similar situations migrating onto UC. But DWP proposed offering top-up payments of just £80 a month to those who had already moved, rather than compensating them for the full amount of £180. This meant that TP and AR had to launch a second legal challenge, arguing that they were being treated unjustifiably different to those who had not moved. They also won this second case, but their lawyers had to return to Court of Appeal this week after the DWP appealed against the decision. A third case, which they were forced to take when ministers announced through regulations this summer the level of compensation for former EDP, SDP recipients who moved on to UC before 16th of January would be set at 120 for single claimants, but still much lower than the 180 that they were on before, and it's on hold pending this week's appeals. The EHRC spokesperson said everyone is entitled to an adequate standard of living. We have intervened in this case as we believe that the removal of disability-related payments without top-up payments left the claimants at a disadvantage and was unlawful discrimination. It beggars belief that despite two findings of unlawfulness by two different judges and new regulations that acknowledge the need for protection, the government is still determined and spending taxpayers' money to continue to fight these cases. We hope that the Court of Appeal will uphold the ruling made by the High Court in our client's favour, and to ensure that many affected individuals with severe disabilities receive the much needed support. And surprisingly, a DWP spokesman declined to comment. Anyway, that's the update for the story. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, we need some likes, shares, and of course, subscribers. So if you're a new person here, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, catch you later. Bye for now.